Yeah, I just thought, well, USA just reached out to me with a few different opportunities, and I thought this one would be a good option for me. And just getting to experience playing the Olympic team and just kind of getting them prepped for that trip, but also them prepping us for our trip. High level basketball, and I just thought it was a good little exposure moment. Yeah.
Is there any one player on the Olympic team that you are most excited to go up against?
I
looked at the roster and
of
yeah,
course.
that.
Well, we played. Obviously, well, Cameron Brink hurt herself, but like when we played her, a few years ago, I was like, ooh, she's pretty good. So like, it would have been fun to play her. But like Ryan Howard, I think is super talented. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that matchup.
What is it going to mean to get a chance to get that platform, both before the All-Star game and then just representing Team USA again?
Yeah, super special. I think just getting that exposure for myself, but also the university, all of that. I'm not taking it for granted, you know.
What keeps you coming back to 3-on-3?
Well, they asked me. I'm not doing much else this summer. Just like keeping my foot in the door for just more experiences, more learning, for opportunities for 3-on-3 in the future, but also just to expand my game, and just, it's fun, you know. That's also part of it.
Is there any added pressure because you're the reigning MVP of the U21 Nations League final, or does this kind of give you more confidence going into this?
Yeah, I would say definitely more confidence. Last year I had no experience going into the other tournaments, so I feel a little bit more confident and just know what to expect. But I'm just gonna do what I do. You know, no pressure.
How was that adjustment from playing 5-on-5 for Creighton to now playing with teammates in a 3-on-3 setting that you've never played with before?
Yeah. It's kind of just like nature of the game. You just kind of are thrown into it. So, most of the girls have played 3-on-3 before. So I don't think it should be too much of an issue. But it's almost a more of adjustment to come back to 5-on-5. I think I kind of struggled with that last year when we got into the fall and had more like team practices. But like it took me, I think Flan said it took him longer than he thought for me to get my legs back under me. But yeah.
What was the hardest part? The conditioning of it, and how'd you, like you just mentioned, your legs, and
Yeah.
how'd you battle through it?
I just thought it was mainly just like fatigue. Like I took 2 trips to Asia within the span of 2-3 months, you know. So that was just like kind of a grind that I obviously wasn't prepared for and didn't really know how to like come back from it. But quick flight this time, so I'm looking forward to that.
Do you have any travel tips from all your travel that you've learned that really helps?
Compression socks on the long flights. I packed a toothbrush. Yeah, that's all I got.
Did you not pack a toothbrush last time?
Well, just like for the plane, like in air, like gotta do that. Yeah. Not like the whole trip.
Just had to check.
Yeah.
And maybe for some newer viewers or readers, how does your game in particular benefit in the 3-on-3 style versus 5-on-5?
Yeah, 3-on-3, the way that you want to score and win is by like layups, free throws, and 3-pointers, which is 2s in the 3-on-3 world. But like shooting 3s is like super valuable. So I think my skill set translates well to that game. Like go inside, outside, and I think I can do enough defensively to just like guard whoever they have. Like I can do enough. But it's just you also don't have a coach when you're out there. So we coach ourselves. So just playing within Creighton's offense, I'm just making reads, and I'm just doing what I've done for the past 4 years. So I feel like it's just an easy translate.
Yeah. Is there going to be anybody that's kind of like the designated, hey, you're in charge, or how do you kind of balance like feeding off of each other and listening to each other's advice? Because you said no coach, that's got to be intimidating.
Yeah, you just kind of take the reins naturally. I think going into like training camp, you kind of figure out who is just going to step into that role. And I was actually like me a lot last year, just like calling out the sets when we have like a dead ball and stuff like that, which probably might surprise like my teammates because I don't really do that for like Creighton necessarily, be like that vocal leader, but it just happened naturally.
What's one of the things that you learned last year? I know that you said it like took you a while to get back to 5-on-5. What's one of the things you learned in 3-on-3 that you maybe used throughout the season? Did you pick up on anything?
Probably just like defensively, you're on an island. I think you just gotta be like gritty. I mean, in FIBA and like international play, you can be quite a bit more physical than we're allowed to be in NCAA. But just relying on yourself, honestly, is like the biggest thing.
When you look to your future in basketball, obviously one more year here, but do you see it more in 3-on-3 or maybe 5-on-5? What do you kind of see yourself doing?
I think the opportunities are endless. I don't know where I'll end up. I'll just go wherever the wind blows me, you know. But I think 3-on-3 is like a growing sport, so I don't know if they'll start some professional leagues or whatever, but we'll see when the time gets to it.
Anna wanted me to ask your thoughts on women's basketball this summer after seeing the WNBA explode.
That's awesome. Seeing that carry over from the eyes on the college game into WNBA season, it's good. It's what we've been needing. So, yeah.
You ever been to Mexico before? And if not, what are you looking forward to most?
Yeah, I've just been to the beaches mainly, like Cancun a few times. Well, Mexico City has like crazy altitude. I'm not looking forward to that. But just experiencing the culture. Never been to that city, so.
Favorite Mexican food?
Tacos, burrito, rice, quesadilla,
There you go.
margaritas.
So what's the goal down there? Is it kind of like just an individual thing? You're looking to kind of build skills? Because I believe if you guys win this, then you get to compete in the World Cup for 3-on-3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, what's the goal? You just go down there to compete, or is it like win this thing or bust? Like, what's your mindset?
Absolutely. With USA basketball on the international stage, we have the target on our back, but we intend to win every game. That's the standard. So just win the league, I guess, is what the goal is.
And then as it relates to kind of focusing here on Creighton, you guys have a big senior contingent that's returning. What's the conversation been like this summer? What's the excitement to have the amount of upperclassmen all returning together? You guys all put that video out together.
Yeah. Basically just round 2 of last year, essentially. A few more new faces. So just integrating them is the biggest task this off season, and just finding the little knacks and things that held us back from doing what we wanted to last year, and just trying to clean that up.
What do you think those things were, those setbacks, those things holding you back?
I think ooh, I declined to comment.
Don't want to give too much away early.
Yeah, I can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, what's on my mind? You got one out there.
What does it mean to have all of you coming back together though and doing it as a unit?
Yeah, I think we had those conversations individually with what we wanted to do with our extra year of eligibility. So I think we all decided for ourselves, but then as a collective, we obviously talked about that and saw more good than bad here. And the people make the place, and we're all in it together. So we just wanted to give it one more go.
Exciting non-con schedule. Have you looked at it deeply yet? And what are you looking forward to from the non-con schedule? Your K-State UCLA rematch.
I'm definitely looking forward to the UCLA trip again. A lot of road games, so we'll be tested quite a bit. But like you said, you want that when you have a veteran team. So if this is the year to do it, yeah. Nebraska. Excited for that. If there's a doubleheader somewhere, that would be cool.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, right?
Nothing official.
Right. Gotcha.
Glenn was also mentioning you guys have to go to Greece and Spain, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a whole international summer for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
What's that going to be like, taking a trip as a team overseas and going on that adventure?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna come up really quick, but just to share new experiences with teammates. Obviously, the ones that have been around each other for years, but getting those new girls in and just experience something new for the whole time, and obviously going there to win games, but it's obviously more than that. But yeah, Bush planned to do that, and he got it done. He and others, I'm sure. I don't want to give him too much credit, but I'm really looking forward to it.